Remember that Mark like sound like somebody strangling a cat. I don't know if you remember Mama Payne doing that. Y'all remember that episode. I forgot. Who am I talking to? Y'all like 7. Hey y'all.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we're live.
We're live. I told you we're going live. What's up, y'all?
This is why I should be not looking at my phone because I was about to say.
You think I just said?
Oh.
But I think well, I know how to approach it. So I'll generalize it. Hey y'all, come on in. We started. I'll generalize a statement, not just use her song. I'll use stuff in general.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, I'll use stuff in general because I think the church we kind of get a little. We draw more attention to a thing. Look at you with that fancy glass. Hope that's that great juice.
It's sweet tea. Sorry. Now,
I was like, I know it's Friday night, but I was like, you real bold.
Now, there you go. See, I'm not on. How are
you? What's up, Antoine? Oh, I'll know how to approach it. Well, look, you should have known it was coming. You should have known it was coming.
I'm everybody, just here.
Right. Welcome to Fr3sh Friday. Please do us a favor and share. At this time, I didn't send you nothing for this, did I?
You didn't, but I have one.
Yes, yeah, one.
I have one right in front of me. I just need to pull it up.
All right. Well, let me do this first, then we'll bring it. We need one for the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll look for some. Hey, y'all! Welcome everybody to Fr3sh Friday. As you see, we're as usual in mid conversation. Please do us a favor. We see the numbers coming on. Shout us out. Let us know who's watching. We can't see the names and the people watch who's watching unless you kind of chime in and post something. So put your name in the comments. If you're watching for the very first time, please type VIP. We should have a good discussion for everybody this evening. Yeah, we did that one already, I think.
Oh, okay.
No.
I don't think we did.
We didn't. No, we didn't. We did the other one. So yeah, welcome everybody. We are back Fr3sh Friday, our millennial-centered time together. And the summertime, as you can see, we are dealing with young people. So it's Friday night, and
we're here. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we are here. We are here. And it was questionable about some of us in the we that were.
I don't know who he's talking about. Only a hit called Collars.
Right. Welcome everybody. Come on in, y'all. Y'all please do us a favor and share. And again, shout us out, comment, let us know who's on. If you're watching for the first time, type in VIP. I don't know about y'all, but I am ready for the fall.
Yes.
I am done with the summertime.
Absolutely.
I can only take the heat but so long where I'm like, all right. The only thing I don't like about it, well, that's going to change was daylight savings times. Kind of that whole rule changes somewhat. It gets dark earlier, but yeah, I'm ready for the fall. I got my pumpkin spice coffee last night. Praise the Lord!
Wow! Already? We're already.
I love pumpkin spice coffee.
Candy corn already.
Really?
The bag. They have candy corn out. I said they got candy corn out already.
This is where I draw the line because I let you get away with Christmas in July. But now that we have the Halloween stores coming up, the spices coming out.
The Halloween spirit was open.
It's just we gotta put a pause to all this. Let the months roll out.
But I like pumpkin spice coffee, and it is one of my favorites. So I get it around this time because it's only here for a certain season. It's like it's like the peach shake at Chick-fil-A. You get it as much as you can because you know it's going to be gone probably end of this month. So I'm going to get it one more time before the month is out.
Yeah, I don't like
that. I just tried that last week.
You don't like it? No. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm not a peach flavor type of guy. I am like apple flavor type things, peach flavor. I'm good.
So you're strange. Is your thing because it actually has like little chunks of peaches in it?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that. I was like, I wasn't expecting it. I was sipping like, ooh, wait a minute.
You see how I know my people? She worried about the chunks of peach, but that makes it taste so much better.
Does it though? Because
yes,
no.
you just wanted to be a straight milkshake and just
that's what I ordered. I ordered a milkshake.
It is a milkshake with chunks of peaches in it.
No.
But, anywho, we're not gonna start on that right now. Let's put the thing up. We'll do this real quick, fun thing. Then we'll have a conversation. And,
because it's gross.
What'd you say, Mike? Oh,
gosh, I can't do this one. We can
throw the whole thing out. Throw the whole thing out.
We can't do that one. I'm so sorry. I cannot do that one. There is no even discussion.
No hog mouse.
The whole thing.
No, man, what?
Throw the whole thing out. If you eat
I feel like we all agreed on something.
right.
Why is it still here?
You eat chitlins.
Can I say that I haven't had any of them?
I tried chitlins.
I had chitlins when I was a kid. I had no idea that's what I was eating. I had no idea.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
It's hard to eat something that stinks.
Yeah.
It's hard to eat something that looks like that.
Well, I don't care about look. Is not an issue for me. I'm talking about the taste of it. Like I try pig's feet. There's just too much fat. There's really no meat on it.
Yeah.
It's like barbecued fat, and you're just eating fat crystal. It's not good.
Pig's tail. People eat pig's tail. That was on that list.
My aunt eats pig's tails. Yeah.
Oh, God bless Auntie.
These poor pigs.
And pig ears.
I mean, they looked at it as not wasting.
No, I get it. I get it. You're not wasting anything, but
waste it. Throw it away. No one can eat that.
He said waste it.
There's a time when you have to make a hard decision, and we can waste those things.
Make a hard left. Yeah, still a hard left.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how people.
You had any of those things because you picked that one.
I didn't pick that.
No, I'm saying mine. She picked
I thought it was a joke.
Oh, it was a joke.
I thought it was a joke. I wasn't serious. I'm like,
Andre says chitlins are good.
Andre from like the country. You can't rely on him.
He's from the outback. He out there.
Why would y'all tell me the people in the comments?
I know Andres. I can talk.
You can put the real one up, mine, and we'll go from there. This was actually pretty cool. I don't think we've done this one.
I don't think so.
All right. You have to lose.
Oh my gosh, now this is hard.
All right, you have to lose 3 forever in any future project.
It's not that hard for me. It's not that hard for me.
I gotta take a picture of this.
Mine is this is a little challenging for me because you lose all the movies, every single movie they made, every single TV show, everything that's about it going in anything in the future going to.
All right, I got mine.
Now again, you pick the 3 that you'll lose forever. Hey, what's up, David? Hey, Andre. Hey, Cassandra. For me personally, I would get rid of Fast and Furious. I've never been a Fast and Furious fan. All of them can go. Jurassic Park can go.
Wow.
Good.
Good. That was not good.
Then honestly, it comes down to Indiana Jones can go too. I like Temple of Doom, but I didn't really get into the rest of them. I'm never losing Star Wars. That's my favorite franchise. Marvel can't go anywhere. DC can't go. I love Back to the Future. I like the newer Star Treks. I love James Bond. I love Harry Potter. And I can't wait for the new Avatar movie because the first one was good. So yeah.
So you finally did watch Harry Potter?
Yeah, I'm actually reading through the books now.
Nice.
Yeah, Indiana Jones, Fast and Furious, Jurassic Park, all of it can go. I don't care nothing about those series except
Andre. We gotta
Andre,
talk about Harry Potter.
Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings.
And Lord of the Rings. We gotta talk about both of them, Andre.
Lord of the Rings is the perfect trilogy. There's nothing bad about any of those
flopping. No flopping at all.
Nothing.
Andre,
sorry, go ahead. Somebody else go. Yeah.
Okay. I might get yelled at for this one, but
go ahead. Get canceled.
Star Trek. Not a big Star Trek fan. Indiana Jones and Jurassic Park can go.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
They can go.
Oh.
That's not bad. I can get down with that.
I'm good with those 3 forever. They can go. They can go.
All right, so this is the real answer that everybody's been waiting for. They don't. They're not picking good ones. So Star Trek can go. We're good without that. Indiana Jones, that can go as well. And then there's a tie between Lord of the Rings and Back to the Future for me.
You stink. Shut up.
Not Lord of the Rings, Kevin.
I've never watched Lord of the Rings.
You should, seriously.
Bruh, you need to take a nap before you watch it, though. Them Jones is long.
Yeah, that's another thing. They're very long.
But they're 3 hours. It'll keep your attention. They're 3 hours of goodness. I'll watch them.
It's good.
What can you compare that series to?
Lord of the Rings.
You can't.
You can't. It's its own thing. You can't.
You really can't.
You would think I would like it because I watch Harry Potter.
It's not the same world, but they have similarities, though.
You have to watch, Kevin. Just watch them. Trust me.
Okay,
they're good.
We'll try it out.
I
They're
think
on somebody's streaming platform.
I think I'm going to co-sign with Kevin that Lord of the Rings can go. Jurassic Park and
okay, that's what she lost me.
Indiana Jones.
I'll give you a pass. You were 2 out of 3, so we're close. We're good. We're good. Say that again, man.
What you said, Maya?
We missed that.
You heard me. Watch the replay.
What did you say, Maya?
Yo.
I didn't hear anything. No, you were breaking up. She said, "Watch
you."
You have better.
Oh my gosh! Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
I wasn't paying attention. I can hear you. I wasn't paying attention.
I say I have better taste than you.
Oh wow!
Then what? Next, go ahead, Shakira. I can't.
I'm gonna have to say Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Oh my gosh, Shakira! What?
Wait a minute. Take it down.
Oh,
Take
y'all, please.
Take it down.
Star Wars, Harry Potter, and Indiana Jones.
Shakira.
These are things I've never seen or read the book, so that's why they have to go.
You have to try them.
I tried.
No, try them. Actually, watch them. Sit down and watch them. Not like 2 minutes and then you don't like it. Just
I couldn't even get past the intro with Star Wars. It was like, okay, this is not gonna.
Anyway, this is our topic for today.
Oh my gosh!
I'm flabbergasted. I don't even want to. Yeah,
I'm in mourning.
That's like it's hurt. That's like it's hurt right now.
Star Wars is like my favorite franchise. It's like
mine too.
Now, granted, some of the past 2 movies weren't good.
No, they weren't.
But overall, good.
Overall, the series is good.
Yes. Now, topic we want to talk about today is I haven't listened to it yet, but the uproar surrounding Beyonce's Church Girl, right?
Wow.
And, some of the lyrics and stuff like that. I don't know. First off, number one, I don't understand why, as a church, we are worried about getting our theology and way we should live from secular artists. I don't know about her personal life. I can't say she's saved. Don't know God. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking just simply about the song. The other thing is the bigger part. Just like with Lil Nas X and with some people with SpongeBob, whether SpongeBob was gay or straight and this and that, some of us had this tendency to harp on stuff that at the end of the day really doesn't even matter. And the more attention we draw to it, the more people are going to pay attention to it. If you just don't say anything for the most part, sometimes you got to say something, but there are times you just say anything and just let it pass. I don't know why. Here's my thing. I see people, they're too busy fighting the quote unquote culture war that they're losing the war within their own church.
Wow.
Oh,
we're out there correcting everybody else and letting the stuff that goes on inside just keep going. I'm not saying you can't address things that go on out there, but if judgment starts in the house of God, it means God's cleaning up his house. The Bible says before he ever goes outside, everybody else. So I think we just major on this stuff. Like, I didn't listen to the song. I didn't listen to the Lil Nas X song with the devil and whatever. And I didn't get into the whole thing whether it's SpongeBob. It's a sponge. He doesn't have a sexuality. He's a sponge. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm like, really? This is what we argued about? Sorry, go ahead. I just wanted to bring
So there's two things I want to say about this. So for one, like you said, I do agree with you saying I don't know why we're looking for, I guess, like, I don't know. That song's not played on the Christian radio. So why are you even worried about it, or why are you even listening to it? That part. In the same token, I feel like we came to where we are right now, where some people are, is in order for them to get their message across, they have to do clickbait, or have to say certain things that's happening in the culture to get people to actually listen to them. Mm-hmm. But I truly feel as though if you're a good teacher, you don't have to try to conform to what's going on in this culture to get people to listen to what you have to preach. So that's just my opinion on it. I just think if they actually preached what's in their Bible and not what's out in the world, then we wouldn't have a problem inside the church. That's just my opinion. I give the floor to anyone else that wants to take it.
I agree with you, because this is my Bible. It is. I am what it says I am. I can be what it says I can be. but no, I agree with you, Kevin. Like, if we would really hone in on the scriptures, we don't have to worry about what's going on the outside. And the one thing that I did read, or I think it was on TikTok, and then I read it too. Like, I think there was a pastor that came at her for something. I didn't really get the full scope of it, but the R&B world is in the uproar about it because they're saying that she's not saved and she going to hell and all that good stuff. But
the R&B world is saying that, you said?
Well, they're upset. Like, Tank just posted a video, 4-minute video confronting that pastor. I don't know who the pastor is, but he just
okay. So okay. So they're upset because
the church is condemning her.
Oh, okay.
That's why they're upset, because she used.
Yeah. Now I don't want to late. Let's before we get it. I don't want to late. It's not the whole church. So
no.
Absolutely no. I'm saying for everybody else, because some people will think like, the church is. I always hear the church people. We're talking about a certain select group of people.
Yes,
absolutely.
Not the whole organization.
Not the whole organization.
Some people like to blame. So just want to throw that out there, because the church hurt folk love doing. That's wrong with the church, especially the black church.
Right.
Yes.
Because apparently the black church don't like nobody, hates women, hates everybody, hates all this stuff. Sorry, y'all.
No, you're right. But my comment, y'all people. My comment is, if it's not affecting you, here's the thing: you don't have to listen to it. You don't have to support her.
Right.
If you saw that she did something that you didn't agree with, you don't have to click download. You don't have to click play and put money in her pocket. Mm-hmm. You just don't support, or wait for the next album, because she's probably going to drop another one. So just wait for the next one. But it doesn't require a lot of all this attention to it. As Pastor Nick was saying, is ridiculous, because you're forgetting what's most important.
You're actually putting more money in her pocket because you're getting people
so much money in her pocket. Because now all you're doing is those that did not listen to it, they're going to go listen to it to say, okay, what are they talking about? Is it really that bad? And then those that are listening to it are just going to continue to rev up on it. And it's just a money grab. It's a money grab. And then a lot of, as you said, Kevin, spiritual leaders, some of the spiritual leaders that are upset are going after it for clout.
Yeah. The attention, it gets you views and attention, and I'm like, there's so many other, again, there are some things we have to address, and I get that. I'm totally fine with that, but we have to make a big deal about everything. I'm like, come on, y'all, is it that deep?
Really not.
Huh?
Really not that deep. It's really not that deep. I listened to the song and I was just like, okay, I can see how people can be offended, but let's just be honest. That one line in the song, most of y'all are doing as church girls anyway, so it's okay.
Oh my gosh, sure.
Let's just be honest.
But listen, but I feel like, well, Maya and Shakira, you go first before I don't want to feel like I'm doing all the talking. Go ahead.
I haven't heard the song, so I don't know.
Let's talk about general stuff like Lil Nas X. Everything like you hear about something comes up where a secular artist says something or does something about church, and some people kind of go ballistic about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to make it general, not just focused on her, but just.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think people like the drama. They like, being part of stirring the pot, and like you said, the what comes back from that, using it as a part of a message or whatnot, is because, like you said, Kev, it's clickbait.
I don't know. I didn't listen to the song. I read the lyrics.
I heard none of those people that you talked about, Pastor Nick, Lil Nas X. So
you didn't hear about the whole devil thing?
I mean, I know
that was big.
With the blood in the sneaker or whatever.
Yeah, and all that.
Yeah.
The what?
Yeah. He's something. Yeah. I'll explain it later. Go ahead, Shakira.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. I was just like, I read the lyrics, so I don't know. I don't see anything that's offensive. Like, you know what I mean? She's talking about going to the club. This is like going to the club to go dance. I can't even see, like, why were we offended by this? Why were people offended?
She's been talking about going to the club for years, right?
I mean,
or is it because she's telling church girls to go to the club?
Is it? She was telling us to leave our man at home, and the club was full of ballers. Like, the club been jumping. So I don't know.
Summers ago, she was
because this time she went with the church girls. Like, what?
But not only that, like 2 summers ago, everybody was doing the electric slide to her new re-edition of Before I Let Go. So
I don't get it.
Here's my thing: the folk that want to go to the club are going to go to the club,
right?
Regardless of the song. I don't think the song. I mean, the folk they ain't gonna go. They not gonna go. It's like.
But if you also look at it, like, this is not the first, like, so, okay, I feel like we said, like, it's like clickbait because it's her. But let's talk about, like, other things. Like, there have been shows that have been centered around the church, and there has never been, like, an uproar about those shows and stuff like that. Obviously, most of their viewership are from people that are inside the church, but that, it's not like it's a drama. So why, like, I don't understand, like, why we don't, like, why we even, like you said, Antoine, like, if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to watch it. If you don't want to listen to it, don't listen to it. I don't understand why we get so some people.
That drives me crazy, because some of the same people upset about this song was defending her to the death when everybody was talking about Illuminati, and it was like, no, this is creative freedom. And it was like, okay, I feel like when it comes to her, there's like the ride or die fans, and then there's the demonology, like,
something.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, break down every music video. And I'm like, I'm not belittling or making fun, because there is some truth to some of that. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's just like to base your whole. It's just annoying. I feel like we just fight for, like, the wrong stuff. We debate the dumbest stuff. Like, this song is horrible. Yes. Why? Yes. Why? Church girls go to the club. Yes. I've seen other church girls when I went to the club. Like, the song sound like any church girl in her 20s. I was like, okay, so all right, this is what is, like, sensational about this.
It's catering to the lifestyle. But it's just what it is. I wonder what it would be if we really paid attention and fought for the things that are important that's going on in the church and in the kingdom. Where you got people who are preaching the wrong stuff. Y'all not saying nothing. These different things that are going on in the church that everybody's silent about. And now, because someone outside does something that reflects mentions something inside, like stop it. And then even, we shouldn't be too concerned about what's going on out there in the entertainment world.
She's not even outside though, because as soon as Michelle bring her on stage for another surprise, she ain't outside. We gladly will make Beyonce an honorary.
But is that like so wrong?
Whenever we feel like it.
I feel like some people, like some people in the church, in this, like it's different people, but like I feel like they like frown upon when like artists like that's in the secular world, they make like gospel songs or stuff like that. Like
they're doing it with Maverick City right now.
Right. I don't feel like that's like a problem. Like if an artist wants to do a song, a gospel song or a gospel album, because I don't know.
All right. Let me bring this up then. Now I don't know if you are aware of it, but the Stellars was on the past, last week or whatever. I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it.
I just watched it yesterday.
But yeah.
And I saw some of the controversy about Kevin, you said something kind of brought it here. Made me think about it. I guess the way some people were dressed and how they had certain people on the show. The Stellars are no longer about ministry. They're all about money now. When they probably were always about money. They were playing the stuff that was in during the era.
But isn't it in Las Vegas?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just.
It's an award show. It's going to be about money.
Yeah, it's all to me. It's always even when James Cleveland was hot, when Hezzy and all them was hot, they put the most popular music on.
Yeah,
it's
always about money, right? You got to make people watch.
Storefront church around the corner, Stellar. Like what?
Oh wow!
I
didn't even hear about this.
Dude, it's big.
Some artists were defending it, saying it was good. Some artists were saying that it's now no longer about ministry. It's just about bringing people in. It's going to draw and money and X, Y, and Z. I didn't watch it. I never watched Stellars. Not because I just don't watch award shows like that. But y'all talk, Shakira. I know you read about this stuff more than I do. you in that
Don't
world.
be putting me out there. No, but seriously, my mom said the same thing. I watched it yesterday and she was just sitting there like waiting, like waiting on my opinion. Like, I want to know what you think about this clothes. I'm like, Mom, okay. They dressed.
I think they are dressing a little outrageous. I think some of them are dressing a little outrageous now.
But they already was dressing outrageous. I know. People that are dressing outrageous, and some people, I feel like whatever they wear, they're going to be a topic of discussion, because when you was covered up under your prayer shawl singing, they said you was, you didn't act your age. Now that certain artists are dressing more, age appropriate, it's like, oh no, cover up.
I don't have an issue with that. But this is for the men and the women. I still think there is a certain representation that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And I get some people are on this I can be Christian and sexy movement. But then my question to you is, what is your motive for presenting your sexuality?
Give me an example.
Thing. Like it's a young lady posted, I can't remember her name. She asked the question, like, I know a lot of people are talking about being sexy where you can kind of show more stuff and your stuff is super tight. This is for the men and the women. Stuff that's more revealing, because we could be saved and sexy. And I'm like, you can be saved and trendy and dress nice and all that good stuff. It's not everybody. I'm not one of those people, but I think the pendulum shifts. We go from, like you said, wearing doilies covered up to your ankles to now I can show it all and still represent Jesus. And we never find that middle ground. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Representation. That's my thought. I
got you.
I think people do that extreme when it comes to clothes, because that's the way they get attention, because they don't get attention in other ways, like their true talent or anything. So let me put this on. So it goes back to like the whole clickbait thing. Like, honestly, I feel like some people, like, I don't know, like some clothes, they know that it looks ridiculous, but I'm just going to wear it so I can get, like, some celebrities are just like, I'm just going to wear it just to get some attention, or so I can be trending on Twitter for 2 days or maybe 12 hours. Like, I don't know. I think that's what it is. And they lose focus of who they are, because you shouldn't allow clothes to identify you or make you feel a certain way. Like, if you like clothes, like, listen, I like clothes. Y'all know I like clothes. But in the same token, there has to be like a middle ground. Like, you shouldn't allow clothes to dictate how you should feel about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The Stellars are unique though, because 15 years ago, everybody looked like they was at a Kojic conference. So now, you know what I mean? Like, it was like, oh, you could have wore this Sunday. Like, okay. So it didn't match. It didn't match, you know what I mean? Getting up on stage with presenters, and it was like, you got your, conference suit on. And now that they're trying to make it more like a legit awards show, like this is the gospel Grammys. So bring your red carpet best. I think a lot of people don't know how to do that and still maintain a certain level of, decorum. Especially when you hiring stylists to style you, who don't know anything about church culture, don't know anything about you as an artist and your music. It's just like, oh, I want this stylist because that's who, Beyonce used. Okay, but that's a whole different audience.
Mm-hmm. And they're expecting Beyonce to be out there, like, I mean, but I do think there should be structure. I think there should be some boundaries in which you wear, because you don't want to take the attention off of why you're there.
Yeah.
It's just like, you don't want nobody coming up on the pulpit wearing shorts and flip-flops and a tight shirt, like trying to preach and sing. Like, we can't do that. So that takes away from the presentation. But those people that were criticizing, however, I find it interesting how we criticize everybody. Like, I was watching the interview with Fred Hammond and how they were like getting ostracized for wearing jeans in their album cover for commission.
It's back in the day. Kevin.
Right. It's back in the day.
Back in the day. Yeah,
back in the day.
That's all my face.
So it's on that same level. Like, when people just don't agree, it just becomes demonic. Rather than, okay, let's sit down at the table and figure out where's the medium. Everything's not the devil. Everybody's not going to hell. It's not you don't have to demonize the Stellars because you don't like how such and such was dressed, or the artists that were up there, just like they did with Maverick City when they did that performance with Diddy on BET Awards. Like, they thought Maverick City was going to hell because they associated with Sean Diddy Combs. And I'm like, no, they just did a song with him because he asked.
Don't we ask to come as you are to church?
And who's to say, like, them having that song with him did not give them opportunity to minister to him behind the scenes or whatever? We don't know what happened.
Or minister to the young folk that are watching it. I feel like that's what we're seeing now, especially like Maverick City. They do such a great job at like bridging that gap of like bringing our generation and the older generation together, where we're praising God, we're praising Jesus, giving him all the glory, doing it together. Like, I've like, since they've been on their tour, like, I've been hearing people that didn't know anything about Maverick City that have been older and was like, yo, like, I didn't know like this was like this. Like, they are like, they're doing ministry. If you watch their concerts, they're actually having worship. Like, it's a worship like it's a moment of worship. And I feel like sometimes we get so fixated on one thing that we are missing the message behind it. So we're fixated on them performing with Diddy, where you're actually missing the moment of them ministering to young people that are like, oh my gosh, like this, like, I see myself like in that. Like, there may be someone that didn't grow up in church, but they see Maverick City up there in jeans and actually ministering. Like, we have to get past all that. We got to stop being fixated on the wrong things and get back to what we're supposed to be doing. And it's that evangelizing and getting out there and telling people about how good God is and connecting with them. I don't know. I just take it serious because that's how it is. Like, when it comes to teaching, like, I can't have the same strategy for one student and do it for the next student because both students are different. So I have to have multiple teaching strategies to connect all my students in my class or in my program. And that's what helps. And in the end, they all come together. But that's how it should be when it comes to ministering to people out in the world, whether they're young or old. I just think people in general just get fixated on the wrong thing. Sorry, whole rant right there. But
I can see this. You felt that.
Yeah, because like I get so mad when I see things like that. I get so mad. Like it's so
ridiculous,
dumb, and it's so petty when we have such a bigger thing to be dealing with, you know?
I think we get the fish in and then we disciple them after. I think our problem is we're trying to get the fish the way they're supposed to be, like supposed to be this way from the beginning. We all come to God the way we are, but we're not supposed to stay that way. But we all get to him, through Christ in different ways. But I believe, but for a lot of the established Christians, like I'll use me for an example. I'm not a flashy dresser, but if I'm preaching, right, I consider a couple things. What I wear, because if what I wear is going to draw more attention than the message, then I won't wear it.
Yes.
And because and I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes it'll take somebody 5 or 10 minutes to stop looking at how nice your shoes are or how nice this is.
Absolutely.
So purposely, wear some nice stuff, but wear it kind of chill, because I don't want that to get in the way of God in that moment. But I don't think a lot of people nowadays, they don't think like that. It's just, let me wear what I wear best and you just get over it. Because I'm a pastor, I'm always thinking about people and how stuff's going to affect other people.
But that right there should be the underlining way we all think as Christians.
Yeah, absolutely.
We should be worried about how what we do will affect the whole. Because in reality, what we do does affect the whole. Yeah. Like if I get up and smack somebody in the face in the middle of church, it's going to affect the whole. Like if you hear me fussing and cussing and doing all these different things in the church, it's going to affect the whole. It might have just been that one person, but eventually it's going to affect the whole. So we have to be careful about how we do it and consider what others, how to make the presentation excellent. That's the best way to say it. Like how to make it excellent and flawless so that when they are presented, because think about it, we only got them for like 2 hours, maybe 2.5, if that, half an hour, hour and a half, something like that. That's how long we have them. And in that moment where we have an agenda, God has an agenda, we trying to get worship in, the message in, we don't have time to do damage control by not thinking about what other people are doing, So it's just, I think that should be a universal thing that we all should be doing, not just pastors. It should be something we all should be doing.
Absolutely.
I think when you're out of order. Like
you should.
Well, no, I can't say that. You don't always know. You don't always know. Because I've done it. I've had people say that wasn't, and it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's difficult, especially lead in praise and worship in front of a ton of people. And in my mind, I'm dressed up like this because this is my best. You know what I mean? Like looking good is not just, it's not a vanity thing. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I got these sequin shoes, I'm about to kill them. No, you know what I mean?
Some of them think like that. Some of them think like that. No.
Yes, we do.
And to me, but see, because I like clothes, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm going to compliment you after y'all get done singing, like, sis, where did you get them shoes? But your shoes didn't stop me from worshiping. So I guess that's the thing that's hard to, you know what I mean? Because you don't know there's like a spectrum. I don't know what's the distraction for you versus what's the distraction for you. I could feel like I look like a bum. And you know what I mean? Somebody could be secretly crushing on you and you're like, okay, so we just did a whole 30-minute set and you it's like, so I had to learn how to like, okay, some stuff I'll wait for when I'm not leading.
Yep.
Other stuff I know it may raise an eyebrow or two, but it's not to the point. Because my dad was a minister of music, I will always just say, Dad, what you think? And it's like, no, fine. Mm-hmm. Granted, some of the stuff he okayed, other people was just like, girl, them shoes was a little too high. This was a little too, the pencil skirt was a little too pencil.
Too high.
You'd be surprised as a woman, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised the things women don't do.
Yeah.
And I know some women that have great style, but on the pulpit, you wouldn't know it because it's like, I'm too afraid of somebody pulling me to the side, or I'm too afraid of somebody saying something. It's just a lot. So you kind of just have to like, okay, you can still express your own personal style because I'm a woman. So I'm going to be a woman wherever I am. So you're going to get this femininity, whether we, you know what I mean, feeding the homeless or we singing, we doing a concert. So, you know what I mean? But I'm like, don't lose that, ladies. Like, don't lose that. Yeah. Please don't lose that.
we're saying
learn how to,
there's a line there.
Yeah.
There's a line there. I'm not saying you have
time
to dress like your, jean skirt down to your ankles and, and I mean, there is a way to be trendy, nice looking, all that stuff, but we all look in the mirror and know this ain't gonna work. Again, for me, again, since I teach people, it's like Kevin said, you look at all your students and realize this is not good for this one, this was good for this one. And if this is not going to be good for a significant portion, it's not a good idea to do.
Yeah.
And then when people say, well, it's not my fault, they just need to get over it. I use this example. There was I'm not going to say the name, but there was this singer in a gospel concert, right? And they were at a concert. The person was singing. She had very tight clothes on, a little revealing. And the lady that was there, the guy behind her openly admitted, it's hard for me to pay attention because I can't get past what was being revealed.
Gotcha.
And most people say, well, you need to get over it and get out of the flesh. And part of that is true. I'm not blaming somebody else's issues for their, that wasn't her fault. But as somebody that's out there in the front, you have to consider that if my goal is to minister to people and glorify God, that's more important than how I'm dressed. And that's where I came back to. What's the motive? Is it my motive from singing, for teaching, for preaching, for doing a live or whatever, to get people to see my clothes and how stylish I am, or to present God? And if my motive is to present him, then I'm a little cautious on what I present because I'm doing this not so you can see me, but so you can see him. And that's why I said that saved and sexy thing goes back to what's the motive?
Yeah.
Is it so people can see you? Or, and I'm not trying to throw no shade here, but now it feels like, you're a model / pastor. I mean, I ain't trying to be shady, but
you're being shady, you being direct, you're being honest, you're being real.
I think it's
true.
I think there's so many layers to that.
Yeah.
It's so many layers to that. That's something that's a very good conversation for especially the women's conferences, in the men's conferences. I see somebody in the comments saying men are visual. We are too. Women
are visual too.
Women are very visual.
Yeah, and I get it. I will say this honestly: it has been harder on the women than it has been on the men, and I will absolutely say that it's been unfair for a lot of women for years.
Yeah,
and I can honestly say that it's 100% true. So I'm not denying that part because, what they made it was a man's, like I said, was a man's sexual innate drive was the responsibility of the woman when it's not her responsibility. And that's the way a lot of it, maybe we can talk about this later. That's how a lot of it was taught. That's where it comes where if he assaults you, what did you wear? It doesn't matter what you wear. You keep your hands to yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah, blaming her for his issues. And I can categorically say that's wrong. So you have women again going to the beach with a jean skirt to her ankles and white sneakers and a church picnic shirt.
Not the white.
I mean,
they do.
And
God bless.
I mean, just in too far. But then on the flip side, being too crazy and like I'm just going to show it all and just It's like somebody. Please somebody help me understand this. You take a selfie in a bikini, just giving glory to God. What the heck does that have to do with giving glory to God? I know it was like that.
It was right there. It was right there. It was right there.
But it goes back to, and I'm shut up this. I'm sorry, y'all. It goes back to what am I trying to present? What's my motive? What's my intention?
That's what everything. The bottom line is, especially when you are presenting to people, whether you are preaching, leading worship, leading prayer, you are not the center of attraction. And I think sometimes that's what we get caught up in when people have those sort of positions. Because you have to remember, even with singing, I'm not an artist. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, this is not my concert. Like, the people are not coming here to see me in concert. I'm supposed to prepare the way. You know what I mean? Like, you are just surrendering your worship, and you can tell when someone is focused on their outfit because you can't even praise. You're so busy, tucking and pulling and fixing and primping, and it's like, it's too tight. You have to, you know what I mean? It's like, sis, you can't even wave your hand. You can't do anything but stand there and look pretty because God forbid you worship. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, that's it. And it's distracting to yourself. You're distracting yourself because it's like, I don't want to mess up my makeup. I don't want to mess up my lashes. No one cares.
No, not really. Because we're in here to do the same thing. Yeah. That's giving glory to God.
Absolutely. And I think that's the gist of it all. Like, that is the center. Like, what is your motive?
Yeah, what's your intention?
What is your intention? And I feel like people have to get back to that, why did I actually start this in ministry? I feel like
ask that question.
I think they do start in ministry for, because they're supposed to do, but then sometimes I think people lose themselves and then they get too ahead of themselves and then they forget of what was the center of all of this.
And that happens with the praise of people. Yeah.
It's easy to get diverted, especially on social media. Now it's like, how many numbers can I get? Because part of it is like, the more followers I have, the more I can, create advertising space on my platform. So now it's like, more about how I look, what I got on. Like I'm a ministry /model /this/that. And I'm not against people doing hustles, working, and I'm not against that. I'm not saying it at all. But again, what do we want to be known for? That's my question. What do we want to know more? Like I look at like people like I know some people have issues with her, but Jackie Hill Perry, I like her.
Yeah,
I'm secure. Like she talks a lot about God's scripture, presenting Him. She may take a picture, but you could tell she feels a little awkward in the picture. But it doesn't give that vibe of let me show y'all
everything. Yeah.
All I'm saying is there's a balance there. That's all I'm trying to say. And I know this is a hot topic because we're in a day where we're like judges. Everybody does what's right in their own eyes. It's it's about me and my individual and what's best for me and what I feel like doing and what's good for me and not about what's good for the collective whole. We're already in an overly sexualized environment.
Society.
And our kids are dealing with that. And then you have the adults in church perpetuating that. So the kids think it's okay. And I'm not saying that, grown folk got to act like little kids. I ain't saying that at all. But absolutely. I'm just saying we have to be careful what we present and how we present it. That's all I'm trying to say.
Bring some dignity back to it.
That are people, especially for people in ministry. I can't speak to everybody, but I'm talking about people specifically in ministry. That's all. Ty, you all late. We almost done. But welcome.
Yeah. Hey, Ty.
No, Ty needs to go back and watch because Ty's going to like this topic.
Yeah, we went through a range of topics, but this is actually a good topic though about because I just heard I know a couple gospel artists came out and said some stuff about sellers and them being upset with it, and Again, I didn't watch it, so I can't say. But Shakira, I'll take your word for it.
Oh yeah, I mean it was to the nines. You could tell people was like, this year I'm getting stylish. But
some of them colors and I was like,
and that's my lane. I love it. Fashion blog, I don't know how many years now. But one thing I always say is fashion is the bait. That's the bait. You know what I mean? Like every good fisherman knows, what's in your box. Like you have your toolkit. Fashion is the bait. You might come for the fashion, but you want to get some Jesus while you're here.
And some of them did deliver, on the in their ministry moments.
Some of them deliver,
but I mean, no, you got to think about it. Like, I'm not gonna say the person's name, but they had on a very loud suit, in my opinion.
Because you can get distracted by suits too. So you can be all dressed all home, but your suits can be loud too. And that's why I want the fellas to understand too. Some of them gotta go. We gotta leave them.
Leave them reds alone. But
they need to be delivered from the
and
your pants shouldn't be so tight
that your calf muscles
pockets are out.
And that too, your pockets
and other stuff. Like I've been in the service where guys' pants was too tight, and everybody's like, "Sir." Sir. That's what I said for both men and women. Like, sir.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like I know your whole debit card
and lost the crowd. Completely lost the crowd.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I can't do the loud suits.
Yeah, it was a loud suit, but overall, when I watched the whole thing, I was like, okay. I was like, okay. I saw past it, but
Yeah, those of us who've been in church for a long time, like, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But it
was just like an Easter Sunday for me. But
and then at the same time, you gotta know black people. We overdo everything. We have to take it from here and take it all the way up there because a part of our image is in our dress and how we look. And you know us. You look at I'm not saying one is bad. You look at this award show versus this award show, and you see the glaring difference in presentation.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
We have to be extra all the time.
But I think that's the funny part too, because like when you see like events like that where the difference like that.
I love it though.
I was saying off air. I'm not going to say.
Right. I'm not saying we
I love the extra. Because some of us would say that they are not giving God his best. You know what I mean? Like they would be on stage with some ripped jeans and a white tee and an acoustic guitar. Like, I'm just here to worship.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
But you know what?
Like, we're the Lord to wash a car.
But that's a cultural thing too.
Yeah.
Because our view of giving our best is you gotta be dressed to the nines.
To the nines.
Like God cares. I'm not saying you can't dress up. Like God really is.
He really don't.
I mean, look, since COVID started, I'm telling y'all, I'm going to have a hard time wearing suits when we get back in. I'm trying to tell you something.
Oh yeah, I already know that.
I haven't worn a suit.
I had to wear one 2 weeks ago, Pastor Nick, and I was like, "Oh my God,
come on, y'all,
it's off."
I wore heels the other week, and I had to go get some lower heels. I was like, "Oh no!"
Like, how did we even survive in those suits when it be so hot outside? Like, I just don't understand. Like,
we ignored it. It was normal.
We just ignored the heat.
It was normal for us.
I'm like, do I really want to wear a pair of dress shoes? I'm like, no, it just.
Yeah, I just be so.
I get away with it with some loafers or something. But
no. Yo, look. I'm starting to find some real dressy, casual stuff.
Yes,
like
sir.
A dressy, casual suit. I ain't got to wear that.
Yes, sir.
I have like maybe 3 or 4 business suits I can wear. Just like, but outside of that,
my closet is bare with suits right now. I'd have gave that stuff away.
Yeah, I cleaned out my suits. It was time to go. They took up too much space.
And you made room for some more stuff?
Yes.
Not yet.
More stuff is coming.
Why you always lying? Yo, it is almost 8:00. Jesus, here we go. This is a good conversation, though.
It is.
Oh, Maya, no.
Wow, this is a good one. Now, this is very good. This is really good. This is really good. So y'all get a 2 out of 2 for these ones today.
Because I have a special love for each one of these.
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Mine's easy, but y'all go ahead.
Pastor Nick, oh my gosh.
How is this
Pastor
easy?
Nick, go first.
I already know which one he's going to say, but I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to let him say it.
Go ahead, Pastor Nick.
It's easier than the other one. Finding Nemo can go. Lion King is the best Disney movie.
Thank you.
I've ever seen.
Thank you.
Incredibles, especially the first one. The second one was pretty cool, but the first one,
so amazing.
The first one, legit.
Yes,
Toy Story, amazing. I mean,
I just watched it.
So Finding Nemo, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's a good movie, but it's not on par with the other three.
She said Incredibles can go. No.
No.
Incredibles is like Incredibles was so innovative. It was for the kids and adults. And then Toy Story just has a special place in your heart, man. It touches your heart.
When he gave the one, it was the one before the last one where he gave the toys to the
it was Toy Story 3.
I get hurt. Like I was a grown man in the movie theater, like this is upsetting.
I ain't gonna lie. I teared up.
That's when all the toys came together.
Yes, and like
everyone started crying. Yeah, people were like crying over that part.
College, like he went to college and he gave his toys away. It was just like, oh my gosh, like I connected with that. Like there was a time when I had to give my Ninja Turtles up, and it was just like,
yes. Now let me say this real quick, just emphasis. The Lion King I'm talking about is the strictly animated version.
Yes.
The new one was trash.
Yeah, I didn't like the new one either.
People like, Beyonce's and it's gonna be great. It was not
Beyonce
good.
Was never mind. Huh?
I'm not blaming her. I'm just saying. People
I'm
was
not
like
blaming her either, but she didn't help.
Movie was not good. I'm talking about the original 1994 animated version of The Lion King.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
James Earl Jones.
You know what I loved about like that era of Disney was like you had to watch them on VHS tape. Like,
I still have them.
I feel like I still have mine. Like that was just an era of just like movies, especially like Disney movies. Like it was a time to be a kid. But I surprisingly am going to kind of agree with Pastor Nick.
I guess me too.
Yeah,
Lion King, Incredibles, and Toy Story, like they have a Finding Nemo. I love Finding Nemo, but it also
can go.
It kind of could have sped up, but you know, it's also a good movie. It's a good message behind it. So I'm not saying it's not a good movie, but out of
all of these,
Finding Nemo can go.
Bye, Finding Nemo.
Maya does not agree with us, so we are going to wait.
Maya, let's go. Hurry up.
I'm torn between Finding Nemo and The Incredibles. I'm leaning more toward The Incredibles can go because I think the message in Finding Nemo is. As I was saying, I think
just knock us all out. Oh my gosh.
Really important.
No, she mad because I bumped her out.
Oh my gosh.
I bumped her out.
What in the world?
I was like, what?
Quiet the slander of the enemy.
Oh my gosh.
Scripture.
Technical difficulties.
There was technical difficulties. That was funny. Now that was funny.
You said the message in Finding Nemo, huh?
There was a good message in Finding Nemo, especially during that time, because there wasn't too many films that highlighted single parent homes and stuff like that. And he was a single parent, and
y'all went real deep.
Like identify with that and stuff like that. So I did like that message.
All that stuff. And I don't quite remember what the message is in Incredibles. I know
it's family.
Back.
I think it was just the sense of having family, you know, and all that.
Yeah. But I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Finding Nemo was good, but is it if I had to watch, if I was like, yo, you could only watch 3 and leave one out, I'm not picking Finding Nemo. I'm gonna pick those 3.
Yeah.
It's just again, Nemo was good, but it's yeah. Whoever said it kind of dragged at certain scenes.
I think it kind of was like that's what I said. Some parts could have been fast forward.
Yeah.
But
it could have cut some of that stuff.
It broke a lot of barriers for like movies, you know.
Leave Maya alone. She ain't do nothing.
That was last season of Fresh Friday. We are not bringing that Leave Maya alone. No, she bullies us too. Like, I didn't hear her earlier when she said she had better taste than me. What happened to me?
We always go way too long. It's like past 8 o'clock. We're supposed to have been off.
Man gets a bad.
All right, y'all. Thanks for all for coming on Fresh Friday. We sorry for holding y'all late. It's 8:04. Wow. Thank y'all for joining us, and we'll be back on the second Friday in September, Lord willing, and we'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.
Bye.